These are the multifunction printers in our shop, which are shortly called as MFPs. In India, we call black and white MFPs as Xerox machines, and this one is color MFP, and in India we call this one as digital printer sometimes. So for black and white they call it as Xerox machine, and for color they call it as digital printer. As I explained, these are the printers which are based on laser printing technology. Just like small single function laser printers such as this HP 1020 Plus, same technology is used to construct these bigger MFPs. One is black and white laser printer and another is color laser printer. For bigger size black and white printer we call Xerox machine in India, and for color laser printer, which is very rare to find, not many shops have this, such machine will be called as digital printer. So I will try to explain the functionalities of both these printers briefly. Namaskara. Hello to everyone. Welcome to Print Prapancha, probably the only video series on internet which is trying to comprehensively cover every nuance in the world of printers. In our previous episodes, we have explained the working principles of inkjet printer, laser printer, difference between these two types of printers, demo, refilling and troubleshooting of both inkjet and laser printers. We have made this series in English and Kannada languages. We appreciate the response given by all our viewers and subscribers for this series. Now, moving forward in this series, we will try to understand the bigger printers or MFPs, that is multifunction printers. So far, we dealt with single function printers, which basically means just one function. That is, these printers provide print-only function. These are the basic and compact printers which are ideally suited for home and small offices. We also understood how inkjet printers are suitable for homes and laser printers are ideal for offices. You can go through all those episodes if you haven't yet. You will get a clear idea on basic printers. Now coming to multifunction printers, first you should understand that these are slightly bigger printers in terms of size itself, because they have to provide more than one function. Also the speed, that is pages per minute, and capacity, that is duty cycle or volume, both have to be higher. Apart from printing, they should also provide other functionalities such as scanning, copying, that is photocopying or Xerox as popularly known in India, faxing, which is rarely used in India and almost obsolete these days. Hence, scan and copy are the popular secondary functions that these MFPs offer apart from print. Scan, as you know, is about scanning documents and sending it to PC connected with it. Photocopy, Xerox, as you know, is about scanning the document and then printing the same. So it's basically a combination of scan and print within a single device. Scanning and copying, I recommend Indians to start using the term photocopying or simply copying instead of Xerox. So printing, scanning and copying are the three main functions of a MFP. As I said, fax is outdated now. Apart from these three functions, modern MFPs provide additional functionalities such as wireless printing, that is print directly from mobile phones, send scanned documents through wireless, email scanned documents, cloud printing, that is printing from a remote device via internet. These are some of the advanced features of modern MFPs. Apart from these, MFPs also provide other mechanical enhancements like ADFs, that is automatic document feeder, through which you can feed documents for scanning or copying in an automatic manner. Another important feature of MFP is duplex printing, that is printing on both sides of a document in an automatic manner, while single function printers have one side printing capability only and duplexing should be done manually. Some MFPs also have duplex scanning, that is automatically scanning both sides of a document. One more feature of MFP is it has a control panel wherein you can enter the number of copies to be printed, change the print settings, tell where to scan and send the documents, address book to store, print or scan jobs, and many more things which can be controlled, logged and monitored. In MFPs, you will also get to know when the toner is finished before it gets totally empty. While in single function printers, you will come to know only after toner is over in its container and you get blank or partial prints. So there is no monitoring technology, you will have to observe manually. But MFP has the advantage of alerting you through LED or control panel when toner is low. Similarly, MFPs will also have a counter to tell you the number of copies printed. Some MFPs will also alert when other components in the machine have issues and need replacement like drum life, etc. Coming back to features in MFPs, MFPs also have multiple paper input trays, while in contrast, single function printers have only one paper input tray. With multiple trays, you can feed different kind of papers and in different orientations. MFPs can also have more than one paper output tray where you can collect printouts from different print tasks separately. You should also know that the control panel in a MFP will alert you whenever paper goes empty in the paper input tray and also whenever paper gets stacked up on the paper output tray. Following the indications, you can refill the papers in the input tray and also remove the papers from the output tray when they are piled up. Basically, for everything, control panel will give you indications and alert you, which is not the case in single function printer where everything has to be monitored manually. Another important thing is MFPs can print on papers with different thickness, even up to 300-350 GSM thick boards. Also, they can print on bigger sized sheets like A3, 12 by 18 inches and even bigger. Single function printers or basic printers can print only up to A4 size and 100 to 200 GSM thickness sheets maximum. MFPs can also have additional accessories attached to it such as a finisher unit. Finisher unit can have stapling section, that is, your documents will be automatically stacked and stapled, that is pinned. Similarly, a punching unit can be combined which can make punches or holes on the document automatically after printing. Likewise, some finisher units have the mechanism of even folding the sheets after printing. So you may avoid buying separate accessories to do these jobs, that is stapling, punching, folding, etc. And more importantly, you can save the labor and additional time required for this if they have to be done separately. But finisher unit in a MFP is optional and you will have to buy this additionally. These are the major and currently prevailing functionalities of a MFP which we have tried to cover. There can be many more capabilities built inside MFP and more features might get incorporated in future. Before continuing on this theory, let us show you the MFPs in our own shop and give a quick demo of it. Let's begin from the top. This is called ADF, Automatic Document Feeder. Here we can insert the paper and we can take, scan or photocopy of documents. We can scan and send it to system. ಅಥವಾ ಫೋಟೋಕಾಪಿ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಬಹುದು. ಈ ತರ ಪೇಪರ್ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಪೇಪರ್ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. Here we can keep the document like this. It will get scanned and come out like this. Either we can send the scanned document to system or we can take Xerox or photocopy. This is the purpose of this automatic document feeder or ADF. ಇದು ADF ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, automatic document feeder. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಇಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Here also we can keep the document and scan. This is scan area or scan glass. Some documents cannot be fed through ADF. They can get struck. Such documents can be kept here and scanned. Laminated or stapled or thick documents which are difficult for ADF to handle, all such documents should be kept inside like this and scanned. If you can see here, we can keep document up to A3 size. There is a mark here at this corner, so you can place the document to this edge like this and scan A4 document And if you rotate the paper and keep it like this, we can scan in landscape mode. If you have smaller documents like A5 or even smaller documents, you can scan all such documents by placing on this glass appropriately. A3 document will get covered on this entirely. I will also show you by placing A3 document. You can place A3 document like this and scan it. Okay. So ADF and scan glass can be used like this. Next, what we see here is control panel. Here we can make the settings for scan and photocopy, number of copies to be printed, etc. All these things can be controlled from here. And here at the bottom there are paper input trays. There are two trays in this printer where you can feed different types of papers in different orientations also. You can also adjust like this. In this way we can place the papers in whatever way we want, A4, A3, whatever you want. In second tray I have kept papers in landscape, and in the first tray I have kept it in portrait. If you want, you can keep bond sheets in one tray and regular 75 GSM sheets in another tray. Like this, you can utilize the trays in flexible manner. And one more thing is, you should use at least 75 GSM thickness sheets in MFPs, as these printers handle bulk printing and different sections have to run in synchronization, and also that we print in auto duplex mode, that is printing on both sides of sheet automatically. So we should at least use 75 GSM sheets to ensure there is no paper jam issues. In that small single function printer, we will have to give duplex printing in manual way. But in these printers we have auto duplex facility. And here we have one more tray, and this is called bypass tray. We can use this tray to basically print A3 or higher size documents or thicker GSM sheets in smaller quantities. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಥಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರೋ ಪೇಪರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೈಜ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದು A3 ಸೈಜ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡದೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬೈಪಾಸ್ ಟ್ರೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. In some machines, there can be more paper input trays, especially in production printers. But for office purpose, it is enough if we have two paper input trays. Even one tray will do, but having at least two trays will give better flexibility and utility for us. ಎರಡು ಟ್ರೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಎರಡು ತರ ಪೇಪರ್ ಇಡಬಹುದು. ಒಂದ್ ಟ್ರೇನೇ ಸಾಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಎರಡು ಟ್ರೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಪೇಪರ್ ನ ನಾವು ಇಡಬಹುದು. ಈ ಮೆಷಿನ್. So let's come to this machine. Here also you can find ADF, scan glass. You can scan up to A3. A3 size ವರೆಗೂ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾನಲ್. Control panel is also there. And this is paper output tray. Paper output, paper print ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ paper print ಆಗಿ. In this machine also you can see paper output tray. There is bypass tray in this also. Bypass tray. There are two paper input trays in this machine also. And this extra storage tray is to keep any excess papers or anything which is useful. Coming back to the theory on MFPs, now let's understand the architecture of MFP. Since MFPs have to provide so many different functionalities and with increased speed and capacity, they obviously are bulkier than single function printers. And so they have more components inside them and also have complex units or sections. MFPs which we are currently discussing are basically improvised version of laser printers. As we know that there are two major types of printers, laser and inkjet printers. MFPs come under laser printer category only with sophisticated laser printer components. There are smaller MFPs or intermediate printers with medium capacity like A4 size printing but with duplex printing and other multifunction options like scan, copy, wireless, control panel, etc. But they are suitable for bigger offices or companies because they will know exactly what volume of printing they require. Usually they may need medium volume. So we ideally don't recommend these intermediate printers for small offices or even bigger DTP shops. Small shops should stick to single function printers and bigger shops should go for bigger full-fledged A3 and higher end MFPs and avoid these intermediate printers. Because if you invest straight away on bigger printers, your investment will have more value. Until then, you should stick with smaller printers, use them judicially, and make a smart move at the right time by jumping into bigger MFPs. We have been explaining this in our Print Prapancha series in many videos. Anyhow, we will try to cover even those intermediate printers if possible in coming episodes. There are inkjet MFPs as well, that is inkjet printers with higher speed and capacity and with multifunction options like scan, copy, fax, wireless, control panel, etc. But as always, we don't recommend those for small offices. Even DTP shops don't require these inkjet MFPs. They can stick to a regular, decent single-function inkjet printer such as Epson L130, which can be used for all basic inkjet printing applications. Specific businesses like photo studios, designers, or artists can explore higher-end inkjet printers. But there are really big inkjet printers which can print on flex banners. Yes, flex printing is actually based on inkjet technology. Basically, inkjet printing is nothing but wet ink or dye-based printing, so it can print on not only paper but also on textile through absorption method. While laser printers are toner-based or powder-based, which can print only on paper as the toner powder gets fused due to heating and pressure. This you should have understood by now if you have followed our series regularly. In future, we may also come up with episodes covering on flex printing. Also offset printing, which is a kind of hybrid between laser and inkjet technology. If you keep encouraging us by watching our videos regularly, and if you reach more viewers, we will try to make all those videos quickly and more effectively. Coming back to laser MFPs. If you have observed our previous video in this series, we have covered the refilling of laser toner, and meanwhile we have explained the working of a laser printer with specific roles played by various components inside it. Also, we saw that a toner cartridge inside a simple single function laser printer has all the major components like OPC drum, magnetic roller, PCR roller, wiper blade, doctor blade, fresh toner compartment and waste toner compartment. All these components are embedded inside a single compact toner cartridge, and hence the maintenance of this cartridge becomes very important. Either you can clean and refill this cartridge or replace it with a newer toner. Either you can buy original company cartridge or compatible cartridge. You can save money through compatible cartridges or save even more by refilling the same cartridge multiple times. But you should do this only with black and white laser printers. You should never refill a color laser printer, and you should never refill an inkjet printer. We have explained all these things in detail with reasoning in all our previous episodes. Same thing holds good with MFPs, which are basically bigger laser printers. You can refill a black and white MFP, but you should never refill a color MFP. In coming episodes, we will cover all these things, that is refilling and maintaining the MFPs. As I said, single function laser printers have a compact toner cartridge which contain all the essential printing components of laser printing. But in bigger MFPs, these components are divided into different sections. Firstly, there is a separate toner container which only holds the toner ink and has hopper. There is a separate drum unit which has drum and wiper blade. Waste ink container is separately placed in the printer. So these three components, that is toner container, drum unit and waste ink container, are separated and hence have to be separately handled and maintained in a MFP. In single function printer, all these three are embedded within a single compact cartridge. In MFPs, you should either change or refill the toner container or bottle. You should replace the drum and blade in the drum unit and clean it. You will also have to empty the waste ink container as and when it fills. These three are the main maintenance tasks of a MFP. Besides these three tasks, there are some other common maintenance issues like changing the various rubber rollers, that is paper pickup rollers, which wear out quickly compared to single function printers. because of bigger volume printing and more heat generation. Paper jam is a major issue when it comes to MFPs because of the presence of so many working sections and rollers. We should also keep in mind that many sections will have to work in synchronization to match up the speed and volume. So they will need regular maintenance and more maintenance as compared to single function printers. Even fusing unit or fixing unit may require maintenance from time to time in some MFPs. Some of this maintenance can be done by yourself, but some you may need assistance from trained technicians because handling MFPs is not as easy as basic single function printers where almost all the components are embedded inside a single toner cartridge. That's why we suggest all small offices to stick with single function laser printer where the maintenance is easier as all you need to do is replace the toner cartridge or refill and clean it. Control panel, auto duplex printing, auto toner alert, Wi-Fi, all these are fancy things for small offices. All you need is just a compact single function printer which does just printing job neatly and gives very less maintenance. I hope you understand who should go for MFP. It is for the bigger DTP shops or offices which seriously print lots of pages regularly, only they should consider MFP. Even going further, we suggest home or domestic users with lower print volume requirements to stick with simple inkjet printers where you have to just refill the ink tanks with ink, of course original ink. For small volumes, you don't even need basic laser printers, inkjet printer is enough. We have been keeping on telling this repeatedly. Hopefully you will understand it now when we are explaining about MFPs. So think about MFPs only if your print volume is extremely high. The initial investment of MFP is at least 5 times more than single function printer, and even maintenance schedule is more in MFP. Also, MFPs consume a lot of electricity and it will spike up your electric bills. You may require a bigger UPS and battery system if you want to use it even during power cuts, while smaller single function printers will work even with domestic UPS system for a good period of time. So consider all these points before buying a MFP. But don't think we are discouraging to buy MFP. Definitely, if you want to grow and excel in your business, MFPs will offer you a good deal. To summarize things, we recommend inkjet printers for printing like within 50 pages per day, maximum 100 pages in a day and not more than 1000 pages in a month. Once you cross this limit, it is better to shift to a laser printer. Moving on to single function laser printer, you can print like up to 150 pages per day. Occasionally, you can give a bulk printing task and take a print of maximum 500 pages in a day with a break of few minutes between every 100 pages to avoid overheating. But don't repeat such bulk printing regularly. Overall, you should not give more than 5000 pages in a month. Once you start crossing this limit, you can think of MFPs. It is also a sign that your business is growing or your print demand is increasing. And with a decent MFP, you can print up to 1500 pages per day, bulk printing maximum of 5000 pages in a day with a break between every 500 pages to ensure cooling down the components. Overall, you can print up to maximum 50,000 pages in a month, which is almost equivalent to drum life in most MFPs, after which you will have to replace or service the drum unit. If your print demand exceeds even more, then you should either add more MFPs and share the workload between them or go for production printers which are nothing but commercial grade higher end MFPs which demand a very high budget. So plan buying all these kind of printers suiting your requirement and make the right decision at right time. We are trying our best to give you a proper guidance. And when we talk about multifunction printers and compare it with single function printers, the toner cartridge in a single function laser printer, as we have shown in last episode, it will be like this. In this compact cartridge, there is toner, drum, magnetic roller, waste container, and all essential components are embedded in this, and this can be refilled. So all components are inside this single cartridge.
ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಟವರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದರೊಳಗೇನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕಾಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಕಾರ್ಟ್ರಿಜ್ ಇದು, ಟೋನರ್ ಕಾರ್ಟ್ರಿಜ್.
But when we move on to multifunction printers, all these components will be divided into multiple sections.
Components ತರ ಅದು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So
drum section will be separate, toner container will be separate, like this. This is toner container, and it doesn't have any drum blades or anything. This will just contain toner powder which is filled inside it. We will show you how to refill this in future episodes.
ಡ್ರಮ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಬ್ಲೇಡ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಏನೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬ್ಲೇಡ್ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಇದರೊಳಗೆ, ವೈಪರ್ ಬ್ಲೇಡ್ ಯಾವುದು ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಬರೀ
drum unit is also present somewhere inside here. I will show you the drum unit in the other MFP, because to show drum unit in this printer, we will have to remove the screws and parts. In the other machine, it is easier to show, so I will show it there. Hence, drum unit will be separate, toner container will be separate. Similarly, waste toner container will also be placed separately in this machine. Waste toner container is also present somewhere here inside. We will show all these in the other printer where it is easier to show you. We will see all those things in that printer. So here you can see how 4 different types of toner containers are placed. As this is color laser printer or digital printer, you are aware that it operates by mixing 4 different colors, that is cyan, magenta, yellow and black color. As you can see here, for each color there is a separate toner container like this. We will remove and show it to you. So this is the toner container. In that black and white printer we can refill the ink, but in this machine you should never refill the ink. As we always caution you, we should never use compatible ink with color printers. Once the toner is finished, we will have to buy a new toner bottle. This is cyan color, it is almost getting over. In this way, we should keep replacing the toner as and when they get over. We will get the indication from control panel whenever the toner is getting over or going less. Accordingly, we can replace those. This is magenta color.
ಹಾಗೇನೇ ಇದು ಮೆಜೆಂಟಾ ಕಲರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು
And this is yellow color. Like this, we have 4 different types of containers for 4 different colors. As and when we get indication, we should replace corresponding toners, whichever goes empty. And here we have waste ink container. It is right here. In this container, all the waste ink after printing gets stored. All 4 color toners gets collected and mixed in this container. And once it gets filled, we will have to dump the waste ink from this container. We will also get an indication for this also through control panel, that is whenever this waste ink container is filled, we will get an alert to discard it. We will show you how to discard this waste ink in future episodes. And behind this waste ink container, there are drum units, as you can see here. So to access the drum units in this printer, we will have to remove this waste ink container. Here you can see 4 different drum units exactly under each color toner. Under each color we have a drum unit attached.
ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಕ್ ಕಂಟೈನರ್ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ತೆಗೆದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹಿಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಡ್ರಮ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಗಳು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಲರ್ಗೂ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಏನಿದೆ,
we can remove it like this.
ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಲರ್.
After removing, we can replace this drum unit if needed, or sometimes if there are only minor issues, we can service it and put it back. So drum units will be placed like this under each toner container. Whichever color is giving issue, you can inspect corresponding drum units and get it serviced or replaced. This drum unit has OPC drum, PCR roller and wiper blade. So in this way you can remove the drum unit and replace it or service it. Remember, for 4 colors we have 4 different drum units.
ಸೊ ಇಡೀ ಡ್ರಮ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ನ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. 4 ಕಲರ್ಗಳಿಗೆ 4 ಡ್ರಮ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಕ್ ಕಂಟೈನರ್ ನ ವಾಪಸ್ಸು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಹಾಕಿ,
you will put back the waste ink container and lock it securely like this. In MFPs, refilling the toner, replacing the toner can be done by yourself. Even discarding the waste ink toner can be done by yourself. In some MFPs, rubber roller replacements can also be done by yourself. We will show you how to do this in coming episodes. These three are frequent maintenance schedule for MFP. Drum replacement cleaning should be ideally done by technicians because drum unit in a MFP is very sensitive and it is very expensive too. We will show you even this drum replacement done by our technician in future videos. Fusing unit servicing is also extensive and difficult. These two are the secondary or less frequent maintenance schedule. Some MFPs, especially color MFPs, also come up with developer unit, which is an additional digital printing technology. Hence, color MFPs are also popularly known as digital printers for this reason. Even developer unit needs to be replaced, but this has to be done after a long time after several prints, several toner replacements. There are even more components like image transfer belt, transfer roller belt, etc. which last for a very long time. By the time these sections wear out, it is quite possible that even the printer's life has reached almost to its end and you may have to go for a newer printer. Now we will switch on both these machines. After some time, you can observe the control panels like this. After few seconds, the machines will get ready.
ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಈ ತರ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾನಲ್ ನ
Now, if you see here, there is copy function. We will give a small demo of how to copy or Xerox in this machine. We will give a detailed demo in future episodes. For now, we will give a simple demo of how copying works with this machine. We should place the document inside it like this and operate the control panel. In what way we place the document, in similar way copying, that is printing, will be done. In the tray, we should keep the paper exactly in the same way. That is, in whatever way we have kept the sheet in the tray, in the same way we should place the document on the glass. This we should keep in mind. In case we have to take output from this tray, as you can see the sheet is in landscape mode here, then we will have to place the document also for scan in the same orientation. We will give a detailed demo of all these things in future. For now, you will have to understand that in whatever way we keep the paper inside the tray, in the same way you will have to place the document on the glass or feeder. After closing the paper tray, you will have to wait for few seconds for the printer to detect the papers in tray. So now we will try to copy one page here. We will select one and click start button.
ಒನ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಪೀಸ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಆ ತರ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಒನ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಟನ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ
the document at the top will get scanned and then we will get output like this.
ಈ ತರ ನಮಗೆ ಇದರದ್ದು
This is original and this is Xerox. Now we will scan using ADF. In ADF, we will have to place the document like this with the printed side facing upwards. On the glass, we will have to place the document with the printed side facing downwards.
ಈ ತರ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಗೋ ಜಾಗನ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ADF ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ ಇಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆಯೋ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರು ಅದು ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
We will use the same sheet to print. Let's not waste it. We should do it in the same way. Wait for tray to get detected. Wait for the green LED to blink and then press the start button.
ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಪೇಪರ್ ಆ ತರ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. ಪೇಪರ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಪೇಪರ್ ಟ್ರೇಲಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಟ್ರೇಲಿ ನಮಗೆ
we will get output like this. In similar way, we can also scan the document. We can use send option here to scan the document. We can scan and send the document to connected PC instead of photocopy. For that, we will have to make some settings on the control panel. All that we will show in next episodes. In similar way, we will also test the printer by sending print from system. we will try to print some 5 to 10 copies by sending print directly from system. We will see that also now. In that way, we can test the speed of these printers. This printer has a rated speed of 45 pages per minute, that is, it can print 45 pages in a minute. As you can see here, the model number is 3245. 45 means the speed of this printer. Similarly, in this machine, which is C258, here the first two digits indicate the speed of this printer, which is 25 pages per minute. Though this is a color printer, its speed is less compared to the other printer, that is almost half the speed. But the advantage with this printer is that it can give you color prints. Now we will see how ADF works with this machine. We will scan the document with this machine. Even in scan mode, ADF will get activated and this machine can scan automatically on both sides of the document. In this way, we can scan the document and send to system. In this machine, the control panel is wider and there are more options here. This is how you can use these printers basically. ADF, scan glass, control panel, paper trace. This is how you use those. This is how a multifunction printer works.
So ಇದು ಮಲ್ಟಿಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಲ್ಕ್ ಆಗಿ
Now we will give some bulk printing test with these printers from system. Let's see how they work. This is our own company pamphlet. We will try to print it and check it. We will select the black and white MFP, that is Canon, and see how it prints. First, let's print it on one side and see. We will give some 5 copies. Let's see how it prints. So we have given print from system and this is how it prints. 5 copies are coming out and this is how it prints with this speed. In future, we will show the demo of how it prints when we give real bulk printing like 100 pages or 500 pages. Okay, you can check the quality also. We have used compatible ink, that is we have done refilling, but still you can check the clarity and quality. It is so good.
So ಈ ತರ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಒಂದು 5 ಪೇಜ್ ಡೂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋಣ. ಡೂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
Now we will try some duplex printing also. Let's give some 5 copies of duplex printing, that is printing on both sides, front and back. This is how it prints. It's bit slow now as it has to print on both sides.
ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ.
5 copies have come out.
5 ಕಾಪಿ
Automatic duplex. It got printed on both sides. This is the demo of this printer for now.
ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದರದ್ದು ಇದೆ.
In coming episodes, we will see how to photocopy different things like ID cards, Aadhaar cards, etc. By changing the settings on the control panel. We will see all those shortcut settings, how to do those settings. That we will see in coming episodes. In this episode, we have given just basic demo, just to get an idea or feel of these printers. Why you should buy these printers and what are the advantages of buying it. This much you will perhaps understand from this episode. This is a kind of introduction video. Next, in coming episodes, we will see these machines in detail, how to make the settings, how to print on different media, different size papers, different thickness sheets, etc. Refilling, troubleshooting, basic servicing, all these things we will keep showing in future episodes.
ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಕಳಿಸೋಣ.
Now we will give some print samples to this machine also. We will print the same pamphlets again. We will print it in color printer, that is Konica Bizhub C258. We will select the printer like this. Let's print it in color on both sides. Also, we can go to print properties like this and indicate on which tray it should be printed. As you can see here, you can select tray 1, tray 2 or bypass tray in this way. All this will be shown here. Even with that black and white machine, there were same settings, but I am showing it here with this printer. In both machines, these settings will be present in properties and we can select different trays to print. Now I will select bypass tray with this printer and see how it prints. For black and white printing with that other machine, I used tray 1 for printing. Here we will use bypass tray and see how it prints. We can also see here that we can change the paper size like A4, A3, etc. And also we can change orientation. Paper thickness also can be changed like this, thick 1, thick 2, 3, 4. Likewise, if we place 250 GSM paper, we will have to select thick 4 here. For regular 75 GSM A4 sheets, we can set it as just plain paper like this. We can also select color or grayscale, whatever kind of printout we want. So here I have selected bypass tray, color printing and both side printing settings. We will give like 5 copies with this printer also. Well, now you can observe here an indication that print has come from the system. These lights indicate that print command has come. You can see how the paper is getting picked from the bypass tray and you can see how the print comes out. And also here you can see how duplex printing is happening, how the paper is getting rotated and printed on the other side. This is how it happens. And here you can see in the output tray how the paper is getting printed. This is how it prints and comes out. So it takes this much time to print 5 copies of duplex color printing. But you can see the quality of printing, how fine it is. This is original digital printing quality for professional applications. Automatically it got printed on both sides. Also, this is original ink, that is we have used Konica Minolta company ink without compromising on the quality. We will also see in future how we can take different kind of printouts from this machine on different size papers and different thickness boards. As there are 2 pamphlets in this sheet, we will divide it by cutting using our cutting machine. We want A5 size now, that is half of A4. So we can set it like this. And place the sheets like this. Tighten this knob and then we can cut it like this. In future we will see how to use this cutting machine also, how we can cut visiting cards using this machine and how we can cut bulk quantity of sheets we will show in future. ಇದರದ್ದು ಡೆಮೋ ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವಿಸಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ತರ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ವಿಸಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ನ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಡೆಮೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ರೋಟರಿ ಕಟ್ಟರ್. And this is rotary cutter. If there are just few sheets to cut, then we can use this machine for cutting papers. I will place some 5 sheets in this and see how it cuts. These are 75 GSM A4 sheets. I will place it like this, and by making rough estimations, we can divide this exactly into 2 parts in this way by cutting it like this. Okay. We will give a detailed demo of these machines in our next episodes. In next episode, we will cover all these things, that is detailed specifications of MFPs like speed, that is ppm, pages per minute, duty cycle or volume, that is how many pages a printer can print in a day or month, toner yield, drum yield, when to refill the toner, when to discard waste toner, when to service the drum unit, when to service the fusing unit, roughly after how many prints. All these things will be covered in next episode. Keep watching our videos. We will also give a detailed demo of the 2 MFPs which we have in our shop, including speed test, duplex test, handling the control panel, common settings like how to take enlarge and reduction photocopy, that is A4 to A3, A3 to A4, legal to A4, ID card, Aadhaar size photocopy and many more. The approximate price of these MFPs, toner used in it drums cost, etc. Subscribe to our channel so that you won't miss out on any of our future videos. Thank you for watching.